All right, y'all ready? Let's put y'all phones up. What's that? You do not. All you need is this right here. I think that's all you need, Ro. All right, so what we're supposed to do on number one is draw a triangle in a coordinate plane. I'm not gonna make y'all draw the triangle. This is what I mean. Rowan, what they want you to do, since that's your X and that's your Y, they want y'all to go over -1 and up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put a point. And they want you to make a triangle out of it. All right, so that would be -1, that would be up 5. So the question is, how do I find the hypotenuse? Do y'all remember the old formula?
Nope.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared, right? So in your calculator, you guys type in 1 squared plus 5 squared. You don't need to type in -1 squared. You can just type in +1 squared. Anybody else need a calculator?
26.
Anybody else? All right, Zane says 26, so that means this will be square root of 26 is the length of that side. Leave it square root of 26, don't make it a decimal.
How do you know that?
Because he just put it in the calculator, told me.
5 squared.
What's the B?
5 squared plus 1 squared is 25 plus 1 is 26. Take the square root of it, it's just square root of 26.
Which one was B?
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I think y'all had that back in middle school, right?
Probably not.
All right, so now we can find our three answers. Our radius is root 26. All right, so look, that's your X, that's your Y, that's your radius. Which one goes in place for the 1? The radius will go where the 1 is. So for the first one, sine, Y goes on top, the radius goes on bottom. So that's going to be 5 over root 26. Gavin, can I leave it like that?
No, sir.
To fix it, if you don't want to do it by hand, y'all can just type it in the calculator. Type in 5 over root 26. It gives you 5 root 26 over 26 for your answer.
5 root 26. So that's all?
That's the answer.
That's the answer for sine. All right?
You just keep the same format though, square root 26 for all of them.
Yeah. Cosine, Rowan is X goes on top over root 26. And now it's -1 over root 26.
What?
Go ahead. And you need to put that in your calculator and simplify it. So -1 over root 26.
Root 26 over 26.
Correct? This is one of the harder ones we're starting off with. It actually gets easier than this. All right, Rowan, you want to try to give me a fraction for tangent. So you look on the board and see what the formula is. Y goes on top, X goes on bottom. 5 over -1.
That's just the answer, right?
All right, yeah, you can't do anything with that. Now, instead of finding these other three, Hayden, look, if sine is Y over 1 and cosecant is 1 over Y, it's just been flipped, right? So guys, for example, let's do cotangent first. If you'll just flip that over, your answer is -1 over 5 because these two are opposites of they're inverses of each other. Opposites, inverses. Okay? So Roy, let me show you something here. Guys, you don't want to flip the answer we circled for sine because you would be putting a square root back on the bottom. Go back and flip the first answer in this situation. And that would give you root 26 over 5. See, now you don't have a square root on the bottom and you don't have to put it in your calculator and simplify. So again, in this situation, one that's been simplified, go back and flip the first one. And you got all 6 answers.
Only thing that's gonna confuse me is that graph.
Okay, you don't have to draw the graph until you get to number 9. We can just do a squared plus b squared. I was just showing y'all, Hayden, really we're supposed to draw a graph and understand. Somebody in the first block said, how is that the radius? Well, look, Hayden, if that's a circle like that, isn't that the radius right there from the center of the circle to the side? So the radius is the same thing as the hypotenuse, same thing.
Well, Coach, how about tell me what cosine of 0 equals 3 over 5?
What are you talking about?
This right
Oh yeah,
here?
I'll show you that later.
That makes
All right, we're only doing the front of this worksheet, that's all we're doing today. Let's go to number 2.
Okay.
Look at number 9.
I'm looking at it.
All right, so if I had you draw a triangle, Rowan, and you don't have to draw a triangle on number 2, look, you would go over 6, down 8, and that would be your triangle. I used to make them draw these. That would be 6, that's negative 8. How do we find the hypotenuse again?
6 squared plus.
6 squared plus 8
You
squared.
don't do the negative?
Well, if you do the negative in
Oh, yeah.
parentheses like you're supposed to, it's just gonna be a positive anyway. So no, I wouldn't do a negative. Somebody give me 6 squared plus 8 squared.
100.
What's the square root of 100?
10.
So our radius this time is 10. So good news is, we won't have to deal with any square roots on this one.
I'm waiting for this moment.
All right, so Ben, you want to give me my fraction for sine? Look at the formula on the board, give me my fraction for sine. Ben says negative 8 over 10. He's correct. Now, will that simplify?
I thought you said
Put it in your calculator, hit equals.
negative 4.
Negative 4 over 5. All right, so Hayden, if sine is negative 4 over 5, what's the one right across from it, cosecant?
Negative 5 over 4.
Yeah, you just flip them, right? All right, it's going to be faster. Everybody good? All right, Zane, give me the fraction for cosine then.
Fraction for cosine?
Mhm. Look at your formula. It says put x on top and put your hypotenuse on the bottom. So just tell me what it's going to be.
It'd be 6 over 10.
Very good. 6 over 10.
Which
Simplify, it's 3 over 5. All right, so Juliana, what is secant going to be? If cosine is 3 over 5, just flip it. It'll be 5 over 3. All right, Lauren, give me a fraction for tangent, please. Now look, just look at the formula. Tells you put y on top, x on bottom. So what's my fraction going to be? You don't have to simplify it. I'll simplify it for you.
I'm a little confused.
All right, look. Here's your y. It tells you what your y is. It tells you what your x is. So it's just negative 8 over 6.
Okay.
Put it in your calculator or simplify it in your head, negative 4/3. Flip it, and we got negative 3 over 4. So you guys can see it's much faster and easier when we don't have to deal with the square roots. You don't even have to put it in your calculator. All right, has anybody got a question you want to ask me on this? Now that was a pretty easy one. The only problem on this on the test, Rowan, kids don't simplify it, and if you left it negative 8 over 10, I'd mark off some points.
So like how many points are we talking for not simplifying?
2. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
But go ahead and simplify it if you
It
can.
bounds to happen though.
It sure does. All right, number 3. Again, I'm not going to draw a triangle. We're just going to put it in our calculator.
3 squared.
All right, so James, what am I going to type in my calculator to find my radius?
3 squared plus 4 squared?
3 squared plus 2 squared,
Get you 13.
right, which is 4.
Oh,
So-
I'm on 4, my bad.
3 squared plus 2 squared is
13.
13. So our radius on this one is square root of 13.
Root 13.
Don't make it a decimal.
Where's the, oh, it's down on the bottom.
Yeah, again, I'm not making y'all draw the triangle, all right? All right, so Rowan, you're up. Since this is my x, this is my y, and that's my radius, what's my fraction gonna be for sine, Rowan?
It'll be 2 over root 13.
Very good. 2 over root 13. Put it in your calculator to simplify it, it'll be 2 root 13 over 13 for your answer. All right, Gavin, let's see if Gavin was listening. I gotta flip one of these to get my answer for cosecant. Which one do I flip?
The left.
Yeah, go back and flip the first one. That way you don't put a root back on the bottom. If you flip this one, you're gonna be putting root 13 back on the bottom. You're gonna have to start all over. All right, Leslie, can you give me a fraction for cosine?
2 over root 13.
All right, look. Cosine says put your x on top, not your y.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
3 root 13. 3 over root 13, put it in your calculator, 3 root 13 over 13. And when you flip it, go back and flip the first one, right? All right, Chloe, can you give me a fraction for tangent?
86.
2 over 13.
2 over 3 is correct. Flip it, we get 3 over 2.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's getting faster.
This is the easiest thing we've done.
Whoa, whoa. 9 and 10 get a little tough.
Alright.
Well,
But yes, y'all are right. This is pretty easy. Kids don't normally miss this on the test, Rowan, but they do miss number 9 and 10.
yeah, I
Hey,
can
this is
see
good
that.
stuff, Coach.
Good stuff. I told you, man. This is the
You did like
What's on the back?
right. We're not doing the back. We're just the back's what you already know how to do anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you know how to do it?
Well, it's what y'all supposed to know how to do on that quiz. Oh yeah, I'll pass y'all's quizzes out in a minute and show you what you make.
Can we do makeup questions or something?
No.
Coach.
All right. So if you drew a triangle on this one, Rowan, you'd do -3 there and -4 there. Your triangle would be down here.
25.
All right. So Gavin, what do we type in our calculator to find our radius?
3 squared, square squared,
What is it?
25.
What's the square root of 25?
5.
So our radius is 5. I don't think y'all need my help on this one. Y'all go.
Oh, whoa.
If y'all need my help, we'll do it. All right, so this one we're going to get some unique answers. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, Hayden, what's our formula? What's our fraction going to be for sine? Well, hold on. First, before we do that, what am I going to type in my calculator?
0 squared.
Plus 4 squared equals.
16.
What's the square root of 16?
4.
All right, very good. Everybody see how you got 4? All right, now, Hayden, give me my fraction for sine.
That'd be -4 over.
Y over the radius.
-4 over 4.
So Hayden's got -4 over 4. All right, what does that simplify into, y'all?
-1.
-1's your answer. All right, now, when you got to flip something to find cosecant, which one do I flip? Doesn't really matter. Let's flip the first one. 4 over -4, that's still -1. So look, it is possible to get the same answer when you flip it.
But what, when you top it back in?
Yeah, no, it's still, look, if you flip that, then it's just 4 over -4. Isn't that still -1?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So -1, when you flip it, is still -1. All right. Cosine, what's y'all's fraction? Give it to me.
Yeah. 0.
0 over 4 equals 0. All right, flip it, Roy.
Isn't that no solution?
4 over 0. Why is that one no solution? You can't have 0 on the bottom. Good, no solution. All right. Zane, what's our fraction for tangent?
-4 over 0, which is still no solution.
All right, that one's no solution. Flip it, you got 0 over -4, which is 0. So, I think number 6 is going to be some weird answers, just like number 5 was.
So why did you show us that one?
Because of the zeros and the no solutions, sometimes give them trouble.